$14,000 a month as an online fitness coach, and Jackson today only has 707 Instagram followers. When he started, he was at $700 a month, working 50 to 80 hours a week as a restaurant manager. And he still is, by the way. So if you think you need to be working 80 hours a week on online coaching and you need 10K followers to actually make money with this, you're wrong. All you're missing is a system. In this video, I'm gonna break down exactly how Jackson did it. It's something that I call the conversion cycle, from content, DMs, closing, and fulfillment, and how it's a massive feedback loop that all feeds each other so you can keep scaling predictably. Jackson, when he started, he had knowledge, he had passion, but his sales process was freestyling and he was trying to please everyone with his content. Once we tightened three things: who he targets, how he converts, and what happens before the call, the business stopped being emotional and started being data-driven. So I'm gonna show you exactly what we installed in his business from day one to get him these results. Before I show you that, I'm gonna play a clip of Jackson talking about his experience of how he went from 700 to 14K a month. So let's get into it, guys. Where are you at right now in terms of numbers? How many clients are you working with?
This month was definitely my biggest since I started working with you. I made like 14K this month, and just like you said last week in our meeting, like, bro, I started at $700 a month. That's more than 10 times. So yeah, that is a fucking big month. Like, I just buy my brother a Mac for Christmas. That's what making money is for me. Helping my close circle, helping people that I love to be themselves and to be free from fucking money, man.
So how many followers do you have right now making 14K a month?
I have 707 followers, man. It's not that big, and I have like 30 clients. Because the structure that you show me the way, with systems, with module, with also your experience, like I said before, and that was the game changer. My knowledge is worth something. I think that most coaches don't understand what are they worth, and that's a fucking problem if you want to scale a business, man. I don't know if you remember this, but I was like, by the time I'll have 10K followers, that's when my business is gonna grow. But that's so unreal. That's not real, because now I understand that I don't target the masses. I target busy people. So I don't want the masses to follow me or to buy my program. That's not who I want to help.
100%. And what was the exact moment like that you realized, okay, now I understand the game. Now this is the game?
That's a pretty good question, man. Honestly, I think it's when you give me your first module, bro. Honestly, just like, okay, now I understand what I'm doing. From doing content to sales DM to story sequences to trying to interact with the most people that I know, from them to understand, to share my content, my vision, everything.
What was the main thing you let go of?
Before, I had not a really good structure for filming content, to edit, to post, to DM, to structure my time, because like you said, I am a restaurant manager. I had a girlfriend. I just had a new puppy. I had a house. So I have to structure everything to make sure that I have the good time to work well, and that also you give me some tips in your module 2 or 3, I think. For me, that when I understand that I don't have to work with emotion, I have to work with data. You don't have a structure, you don't have money, man.
Money loves predictability.
Concrete example is like working in blocks. I have 2 hours block to film, 2 hours block for program, 2 hours block for editing my video. I can manage my time really, really well with this system.
If you had to rebuild from zero again, what would you do in the first 7 days?
I'll try to have a marketing plan, like the more precise possible. Who is my ICP? What do I want to offer? What kind of person I want to be the leader of this business? And I will be precise, extremely precise on everything. Then I will be able to start the machine to product content, to help the good people, to focus on the good thing, other than just work with the flow and try everything and hope that something is gonna work.
Is there any last words you like to share with the people watching this on YouTube?
Yes, when I started with Gabe, I was scared, man. I was scared, like everyone you see on social media or everything. You were like, oh, is that a scam? Is that real? Can I make that? Can I be the people that make 14K a month? And the answer is yes, man. Just do it. Just do it. Do you want to do this for the rest of your life, or do you want to be in your shitty position that you are right now? Just make the jump. Just make the jump, man.
Couldn't have said it better myself, brother. Couldn't have said it better myself. I want to thank you so much for your time, bro. And I wish
My
you
pleasure,
a happy
always.
new year, brother. Happy new
Yeah.
year to you, my man, and your family. And I'm happy that you're becoming the man that you've always wanted to be, being able to provide all these blessings to them and being a leader in your environment, bro. This is probably the best outcome that I could have heard in this call. Is the thing that is the most priceless in my eyes. So let's get into it. Before we started working together, he was doing what most coaches do. He was posting, DMing, tweaking programs, and trying to be productive, but with no structure. His sales was freestyle, his content was broad, and his delivery wasn't packaged in a way that made buying easy. So even though he had knowledge, the business stayed inconsistent. So I'm going to dive into the conversion cycle that scaled his business. And I'm going to keep it very simple for you guys because simple scales. So if you can run this cycle every week, your income stops being emotional and it will become predictable. And installing the system allowed for Jackson to get results like this. 14K months starting at $700-800 a month, 6K in 2 weeks, $1,000 days. After just 2 weeks of working with us, he made his first 2K week. From going from $700 a month to making his first 2K week. This stuff works, guys. It works. And here, a 3K week. So let's dive into it. The first pillar here is going to be your content, okay? And it's very important for you guys to have ICP specific content. Not content for everyone, but content that speaks to one person and one person only. In Jackson's case, it was busy people like him that were in his reality. So quick tip for you guys, looking for your ICP, think about what you go through on a day-to-day basis, except you're in shape. So talk to people that are in your reality, but they're not in shape. They could benefit by getting in shape with you coaching them. So just to specify it even deeper for Jackson, that's busy people, chaotic schedules, and zero consistency. So the content wasn't random workouts and pump pictures. I want to be very, very clear with this. It's proof that his system works, it's showcasing his identity, and it's simple systems that someone can follow. Someone in his shoes can follow. So if your content doesn't start conversations, it's entertainment. And let's go even deeper, guys. I'm going to show you the best examples from Jackson here and show you, just to reiterate, he's not getting a lot of views per video, guys. It's not about views. He's getting less than 3K views per video, per reel here. But the main 3 pillars that we install for every client in terms of content are story sequences, short form reels, and IG carousels. And this is organic. This is organic. Today for Jackson's strategy, we went fully organic, zero paid ads. So for story sequences, there are multiple types of story sequences. I like to use credibility story sequences, personal nurture story sequences, authority story sequences, and educational story sequences. Credibility story sequence is results-based. It's results-based with a CTA here. You can pause this and you can screenshot it and steal the structure because it worked. But moving on, personal nurture plus authority. It's establishing Jackson as an authority, right? And you want to cycle through these on a weekly basis. You want to do like 3-4 story sequences a week, if not one a day, if I'm being honest, because story sequences are the best way to turn an audience that is cold into warm, guys. I can't stress this enough. Story sequences are key because your buyers, they live in your story views. They don't live in your likes. They don't live in your comments. They live in your story views, guys. Trust me when I say this. People that are watching your story on a day-to-day basis, they're the ones who want to buy your program, but they're too shy to like. So what happens if you outreach them, you think? More often than not, they're going to be receptive. All right? So back into story sequences. So personal nurture plus authority would be considered as him talking about his life, his transformation, why he's qualified, showcasing why he's an authority in the field, and him talking about his personal journey as a bodybuilder here, and how the old Jake had to die for the new Jake to be born. Educational authority. For example here, this is a results-based educational authority. He took the opportunity of one of his clients that told him that her schedule was really full, and she was really happy with the way they structured her schedule, etc. So he decided to turn that into an educational story sequence targeted towards who? Towards busy people with chaotic schedules, because he fixed that problem for her, right? And he made it educational. So people that watch this story, they have an actionable step after and a CTA after for busy people. If your schedule is full, but you still want to advance, DM me Level Up. Another educational authority. Motivation is not the problem, it's organization. Once again, wording, very important, targeted towards busy people that are motivated, but they lack organization. So the wording is very important when you phrase these sequences, when you write the copy for these sequences. And a quick tip for you guys, writing my story sequences, what I personally do and what I know Jackson does as well is he wakes up in the morning with a cup of coffee, fresh, creative mind, and writes all the copy for his story sequences. So do I, and as for my reels as well, and for my YouTube videos as well. You want to do it fresh, creative, and caffeinated. Trust me when I say that. So for this one specifically, it was showcasing one of his client schedules that they made after their onboarding call. So it's just his clients sharing that, oh, I really love your approach, blah, blah, blah. So that showcases authority, and then he's also educating them that this is one of the solutions that is viable, that he installs in people's lives. So he talks about the benefits of organization with these client results, with his clients that are applying directly his advice of having an organized schedule and time blocking everything the way that Jackson does it. Because let me tell you, it's no small feat to work as a restaurant manager and to compete in bodybuilding shows. I don't know if any of you guys watching this have done a bodybuilding show, but try to work an 80-hour week and come in condition like this motherfucker did. It's difficult. So hats off to this guy. I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed with his work ethic. Let me tell you, these 14K months and more, we're on pace for more. They're way deserved. Like they're deserved, guys. But enough about that. Let me show you even more of the system here. So for short form reels, right? There's multiple types of reels as well. So you want to go results-based reels, testimonial style, results where it's like a case study style, again, authority education, him showcasing that he walks the talk, authority, like what his groceries cost, him showing his clean grocery list, etc., showing him living the life, and educational, that this is what your grocery list should look like if you want to put on muscle. Educational as well. Here, nobody's missing motivation. The point of this video is organization again. That's his whole message, okay? And personal nurture. Road to 220, a personal nurture episode for his own bulk because he's still a competitor and he still wants to compete at a high level, so he's sharing his bulk series with people. So this is a very good personal nurture example of content series for you guys that you can do, honestly. Like once a week, every check-in, every time you take your check-in photos, if you compete or if you track your own progression, it would be very, very interesting to see your progression week to week, you know, your thoughts, what you improve since the last week, what you will improve next week, etc. You know, just hold yourself accountable, and it shows your clients that you're also, your future clients, your leads, your prospects, that you're also walking the talk, guys. So educational here, another one, simple and effective meal prepping structure. So these are good examples for reels. So here for IG carousels, you want to have multiple types of IG carousels either. So here's authority and educational, working 80 hours a week and in shape. Yes, it's possible. How I went from this to this. This is no small feat, guys. I'm telling you, this is crazy shit. This is why he's working. This is why he's making so much money online coaching, because he has the results to back it up. He has the authority to back it up as well. And he has the work ethic to back it up as well, guys. Very, very important, I'm telling you. Actionable tips here. Optimize your gyms. Make sure they're close to your workplace, blah, 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 blah. Make them fit in your schedule. Meal prepping is key. Caffeine is your best friend. True. 100% true. Do what you have to do. Of course, this is a given. And this style is very unique to Jackson. You know, he's using the gold and the red, the dark yellow and the red with these style of photos. You know, they're very unique to Jackson. So what I recommend you guys to do is to get a graphics designer or to learn how to use Canva to make your own story, to make your own Canva posts and story sequences like this, because these are made on Canva as well. And trust me, these will put you miles ahead of any other coach, because no one's doing this and no one's doing this in the online fitness space. Trust me. Only the top 1% earners are doing this and this level of personal branding. Very, very important. And another example here would be authority and personal nurture. So again, Jackson, this was his story, like from the restaurant to the podium, how he went from 80-hour weeks to bodybuilding podiums. So his daily schedule, what it was like, blah, blah, blah. His immersion in fitness, what his transformation was like, progressively getting better over the years, what had to shift in him, and then a CTA at the end with a before and after. Very, very good structure for the My Story pin post that Jackson has here, guys. And again, this was done like week one. Okay, this was done week one of us working together. There's a reason why I'm talking about this first, because once you have your ICP, this is what's important. It's getting content out there, because without content out there, nobody knows who you are. If nobody knows who you are, nobody's gonna buy your shit. It's as simple as that. Okay. All right. So next step here, DMs. Okay, DMs. So a couple things I want to cover in the DMs. Okay. So let's start with the flow. Let's start with the flow, guys. So first, you want to use a personal opener. You want to use their name and page reference. For example, if I go to Jackson and I see this post of Jackson, I would say, hey, what's up, Jackson? Really, really good job with your story post. It really resonated with me how you work 80 hours a week and you still got a gold medal in bodybuilding. Tell me a bit more about that. Boom, opener right there. Once he starts opening up, current situation, what's the fitness routine? What's the schedule like? What's the main struggle? Blah, blah, blah. What's the goal after? Once you identify the goal, what are the goals in 60, 90 days or 6 months? Lose weight, build muscle, get consistent. What's the obstacle? Now, once you get the obstacle, very, very important, guys. Very, very important, okay? I want you to pay attention, because this is what's going to increase your closing rate and increase your show-up rate as well. So once you identify the obstacle, this is where you value drop with your content. And if you don't have YouTube videos, use your short form content or use ebooks, use lead magnets. But you value drop based off their obstacle, right? Educational reel based off of their problem. So for example, if they don't know what to eat, meal prep structure, or grocery day, or if they don't have motivation, your video about how motivation is bullshit. It's all connected, guys. It's all one massive feedback loop. So value drop using your content, and here transformation case study based off of their current situation. So if your client looks like this, send them this video. If your client is a bodybuilder like this guy, your prospect, is a bodybuilder like this guy, send him this video. So you just need to mix and match with your different content. And that's how operators think, guys. That's how business owners think, okay? The reel is not there just, okay, yeah, we got views, we got leads. No, the reel is there so you can consistently use this work. So this is how operators think, okay? Here you have one reel, which can be considered as an input. So this is one input. One input, how you guys are thinking, is one input, one output. Reel equals views. But how you should start thinking is one reel, there's so many more outputs from this one reel. Converting asset in the DMs. For example, based off of the obstacle, you send them this, okay? You send them one of your value assets. And then once they watched it, you can follow up and say, hey, how'd you find it? How was it? Did it speak to your current situation? Yeah, okay. Would it help if we hopped on a call together so I could map out the solution so you could actually fix this problem once and for all? Yes, of course it would help. All right. Book the call and then confirm that they're ready to take action. Okay? So before we hop into the tracking portion, I want you to understand the rules of DM setting. Okay? Very, very simple. One question at a time. No pitching before the value drop. No pitching before the value drop. Okay? And this is what I mean by value drop. I don't want you to pitch before you drop any value in the DMs. And value is an asset that you had made beforehand. You could send a voice note, but if you already have these prepared, imagine how much more time you would save as a business owner. Exponential inputs, logical and emotional. Since you guys are B2C guys, that means business to consumer. Your clients are consumers, not businesses. You want to go logical and emotional based off of their buyer type. And you'll understand that from how they describe their situation, how they describe their goals, how they describe their obstacles. You'll get a feel if they're more logical or emotional. And then you'll be able to tell and refine your communication process with these guys. And I want you to have a human cadence. No essays. One question at a time. Very, very simple, open-ended questions. Let them write the essays, okay? The metrics I want you to track here are your reply rate, are your qualify rate, your set rate, and your show rate. Because once you have all these numbers over an extended amount of time, then it's very easy to understand, okay, where am I leaking and how do I optimize it? For example, if your show rate is low, what you need to do is you need to send a pre-call asset, a pre-call case study. Handwriting's bad, sorry guys, but you get it. Pre-call case study. If the reply rate is bad from your initial DM, maybe you're sounding too robotic. So look at your DM setting SOP. And if your set rate is bad, maybe you're proposing the call wrong. You're not using the would it help method, because the would it help method is very, very good, because then the ball is in their court. You're asking them, would it help you? You know, genuinely, would this help you? I sent you the asset because your motivation is shit. So I sent you the asset explaining how motivation is bullshit. You need systems. Would it help if we hopped on a call and we fixed this once and for all? Versus let's hop on a call. Very, very different outcomes. For the tracking, guys, what you want to do with every single call booked, and again, this is an example from Jackson, is I want you to write their name so you can keep track, and then the source. Where do they come from? Inbound from content. Inbound from content. Inbound from level up story sequence. Inbound from content. Inbound from content. Establish contact, define goals, wanted a body composition, define pain, already has a coach, but doesn't have a good approach, too strict, and not personalized. So his value piece, it was directly congruent with what these pain points are. And then after the call was pitched, booked, and he got 5 closes in a row right here. What I want you guys to understand as well from all this tracking is with these pain points here, right? As I circled, we're going to follow this arrow. Boom. ICP specific. Why does it lead back to the content? Why does this lead back to the content? Now, the answer is very simple. The reason it leads back to the content is because if you don't have the converting assets here, the value drop, you don't have them here, and they're missing because a client told you a pain point in the DMs and you have nothing to send them, guess what? That's your next fucking piece of content right here. That's your next piece of content, depending on what you're getting as data in the DMs. But if you don't track this, you don't know this. And if you don't know this, you can't scale predictably. You might get better months, but you might get worse months. If that's what you're going through, it's because you don't track anything. And if you don't track anything, I encourage you to book a call with me so I can show you exactly how to track everything like this. But anyway, I don't want to pitch you guys too much. I want to show you how valuable this is and how you can implement it in your business. Just right now, guys, just right now. Not even halfway through the video. So much value for you to apply. All right, so next layer here, the close. Basic call structure here. And I did this in my last YouTube video, so you can go watch that after this actually if you want even more specific breakdown on how to conduct your closing calls. You want to set the frame, basically, the agenda, the time that's going to take in the call. You want to diagnose their current situation, their goal, their obstacles, the urgency for them to achieve that goal, the gap that they currently have based off of all of this, and the plan for them, like a 90-day or a 180-day roadmap for them. And then we want to confirm with them, does that sound like it would help you? Like once you're done here, does that sound helpful? And then once they say yes, is when you can offer them, okay, here's what's included, here's my expectations from you in order for you to succeed this 90-day roadmap based off of everything you said here, okay? And then once that's done, then you go in for the close. Make sense? This is very brief, very, very simple sales call explanation, but here's some rules to follow. The call confirms what the pre-call primed, and the pre-call is this, okay? No rambling. You lead the call. You're the leader. You're the coach. You're there to diagnose. You're not there to follow them. They're there to follow you and follow the plan that you make for them that is adapted to their reality. You have their best interest at heart. So don't be afraid to put your balls on the table and lead the call, okay? You want to sell the transformation, not the plan. Very, very important. You're not selling plans. You're not selling workout plans, because why would you be selling workout plans? We have ChatGPT. You can be replaced by AI. You're selling them the transformation and you're selling them your market differentiator. Basically, how this feeds into the other things is once you start tracking KPIs here, your show rate to close rate to cash collected, and is it a PIF or is it a split payment? So you want to have all of this somewhere. You want to have all of this somewhere in an Excel sheet at least. Because with these numbers, then you can continuously improve. If people aren't showing up, it's because you don't have like a pre-call page or a thank you page or a pre-call process that you're doing. For example, to increase show rate, what you could do is thank you video or 24 hour before message and morning of message as well. To increase your close rate, you get better at this. To increase your cash collected, you get better at this. And you also get better at this. Because if you talk to your ICP should be people that have the money to pay for your program. You want to also log all objections. Because all your objections, once again, if we follow the arrow, they lead to your ICP. specific content for your ICP once again, because based off of your objections, I don't have time. Okay, meal prep video to show people they don't need time. How to work out in 30 minutes. It's all linked together, guys. It's all one big massive feedback loop. Now it's time to move on to fulfillment and results. And this is the most important part, guys, because if you're a shitty coach, you won't get new clients. The market always reveals the truth. And if you're not good at what you do, the market will eat you alive, bro. Market will eat you alive. It's player versus player. Better coaches are out there. If you're not on your A1 game trying to improve your craft every day, someone else will take your clients. It's just a matter of time, okay? Because I'm tired of coaches that only rely on marketing to acquire clients. The real weapon, guys, the real weapon is when you get so good at fulfillment that you're undeniably the best coach in the market in your niche. Am I clear enough? Okay, let's keep moving. So fulfillment and results, guys. What you want out of this is a proof loop. You screenshot the wins every time your clients send you wins. Oh, my bench went up. Oh, I lost 2 pounds. I lost 3 pounds. You screenshot everything. You turn into real stories and case study videos like this one you're watching. Every check-in call with your clients, if you're running a one-on-one coaching call setup, what you want to do is record everything with Fathom.ai. And once you record everything with Fathom.ai, you want to have everything organized into pages of different call transcripts. So what I have going on here is calls transcript 1. This is 1,000 pages of calls. This is another 1,000. This is another 1,000. This is another 1,000, which leads me to 4,000 pages of ICP data, 4,000 pages of conversations between me and my clients. So could you guys imagine the amount of value that's in these documents right now? If you guys understand marketing and you guys understand psychology, you know without a doubt how valuable these 4,000 pages are, guys. Because if these 4,000 pages, think about it, the amount of money that I made in these 4,000 pages, how many different clients, how many different closing calls? Just think about it that way. So once you start seeing your business that way and every component of your business in this way, and you start being a bit crazy with your tracking, you'll see better results, okay? What's the point of all this? The point of all this is to create a fleshed out ICP doc. 28 pages here of trauma, obstacles, age, doubt, goals, dreams, fears, insecurities, addictions, what you think about, beliefs, identity, emotional pattern, resentments, role models, guilt and shame, media platforms, routines and habits, family, relationship, purchases, health, traits, values, educational, social life, hobbies, work, experience, and finance. All of this super, super valuable marketing information right here, because with your fleshed out ICP doc, once again, we follow the arrow. It goes back into the ICP. So now once you have crazy amounts of data based off your ICP, what you're going to do is make even more specific content based off who you want to and who you do not want to work with. Here, just to finish off, all of this leads to case studies like this video, proof reels, story sequences, wins, and testes, not testicles, testimonials. And we follow the arrow once again to ICP specific. This is the most important part, because if your messaging is right, if your positioning is right, you stop attracting tire kickers and you start attracting people that are ready to pay in full. I cannot stress this enough, guys. I hope you found this video valuable, and I hope it gives you clarity on how you can implement this system in your own business as well. I'm telling you guys, there's so much value in this video. Copy it, make thousands of dollars. Please copy it and make thousands of dollars, so then you can book a call in the link down below and you can start working with me. All right? All right, so I'm gonna wish you an amazing rest of your day, guys. I don't want to pitch too much. Like I said, I'm here to deliver massive amounts of value. Don't forget to hit the subscribe, hit the like button, drop a comment on what you thought about this video, any questions you may have that I'll answer in future YouTube videos, and I hope you guys have a great one. Peace.